Hello, an OTSL game, this time against Franck Rondepierre. I think the music is somehow too loud. Yes, certainly. Well, that's enough. I'm not really too happy with this hand, but it's at least somewhat promising. I have at least 3 good headlines: Nasser, Arab-Israel War and Socialist Governments. And I think Socialist Governments looks the best because I'll probably have to follow it with Marshall Plan. Because on the other hand, I got several bad hands. Sorry, cards. Independent Reds is quite easy to manage, unless he plays Romanian abdication soon. CIA depends on him having Fidel. Marshall and Norad are quite painful. Okay, of course 60 minutes since he comes, because he set this game up, and we were appointed at 7 PM my time, so he might have been not ready to start this game so soon. But he was already here, so yeah, I think we really meet for the first time. Although we were close to each other in some tournaments, especially ITSL. 60 minutes, not a hard limit, because he set it up to 90 minutes. So, subject to complain, so of course no complaining with exactly 0:30. Let's give this minute or 2 more. So let it be socialist governments. Oh, nasty. So socialist governments followed by independent Reds here. I'm getting rid of independent Reds, threatening taking France, which if he takes is vulnerable to Suez crisis. I could coup Italy with Marshall Plan, but the problem is he has an immediate way back here, so I'd have to roll 5 or 6. In this case, okay, I'm happy that I have several one-up cards which won't suffer from this. I'm gonna play all of them. Of course, blockade for ops. Influence. Yeah, 1 to France only. This is wise. This is wisely played by him, because I can't take France in a single move. So let's get rid of blockade. So far from my hand, but it is gonna return. I think I will trigger Marshall Plan eventually, sooner or later, but I'd like to provoke him to move around somewhat. On my next move I probably have to start dropping DEFCON. Or maybe not. Maybe I can just space NORAD and wait for him to do something. Realignment France. And it's actually a great news for me that he didn't make it. A very lucky news, but a great one. Maybe I should coup now. Coupping Italy. With Arab-Israeli war. Or maybe with a China card. Actually, I think I can get rid of CIA created, and this is worth giving the China card. Assuming I roll good enough to disable him from taking Italy and France at once, which means I have to roll at least 4. Sorry, at least 2, okay. I rolled a 5, which is a great result. And now he has to fight for France, because DEFCON no longer allows him realigning. And I'm saving 2 cards. Yep, France, I guess. That was wise. I'm saving 2 cards. So let's space this one. I'm not losing an op here, because without RSP it would be as efficient as a space race roll as now. Let's keep Marshall Plan to repair Italy if needed. He's coupping Korea. Let's coup here first. No, let's not coup first. Let's resolve event first, because I don't want him to have a walk through Colombia to Venezuela. And yes, I'm not gonna play Nasser, although I was saying about playing all one-up cards, but Nasser is too valuable as an event, and I should over-control Italy. So probably the last play is gonna be Marshall over-controlling Italy and taking Turkey, Greece or Spain, Portugal. He went there. Maybe let's drop this DEFCON. Okay, I can't complain about rolls, that's for sure. I could complain about this RSP, but the rolls are perfectly okay. So I probably can't afford taking the Mediterranean country, But nothing has been scored yet, so I can't just give it up like this. He doesn't have any scorings. I know it from his Cambridge 5. But Asia may come. I don't want it to be completely empty. The presence is too valuable, so it's in the Middle East. I have Nasser, a very good headline for the next turn. There are still anti-French cards present. Oh, he has this one. What a pity. I think the goal is more important here than Nasser. Okay, certainly it would be better to have Nasser defected than this one. But it's certainly superior having this defected to having distal defected, for example. Now, let's perform coup and fight for this region. And yet another good coup result. I wouldn't like to trigger NATO, but it's very probable that I have no choice. So let's first defend Middle East, then Romanian abdication, creating an immediate European domination. And if he walks to Asia, I think I have to give Asia up. So I don't really have the firepower to fight there. With distal, I don't have too good sources of distal points, so maybe it can wait for his Comic-Con, but it can't wait too long. On the other hand, the sooner I play it, the bigger chance I can get to Thailand. If he has Middle East scoring, I assume he's going to trigger it now, because he can't really improve his position in the Middle East. If he has multiple scorings, on the other hand, it's still wise to trigger Middle East first, because this can easily get worse. Europe next, because Romanian abdication, okay, it gives me domination, but he needs only 2 points to equalize the number of countries. Damn you, Marshall. The China card. It seems that he has Asia scoring. Okay, let's pretend I have Europe scoring. In Asia I can't do anything. I can't even break 2 countries at once. Europe is another story. Middle East is also another story. He had Europe. He probably doesn't have Asia, because I assume he would trigger it first. Where's East European unrest? Nowhere here, so taking from here, here, here and here leaves Europe very vulnerable to some nasty things. Okay. Okay, sooner or later I will need Asia scoring. Sorry, I will need good position in Asia. And yes, I am one special relationship away from being dominated in Europe, but Europe isn't really too Soviet friendly in the long run without special combos, which I didn't get. I think I can even sacrifice Romania to Distal. Because honestly, I won't ever dominate Europe, except some combo with socialist governments and Europe scoring. So first, it's unlikely, and second, it gives up a battleground coup, which is worth a 4 VP swing. Now where to go to? Here, 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 and here. Less realignable than Mexico. Yep. So the goal still in the deck. We'll go to the reshuffle. So it's going to be with Suez Crisis. I have 5-year plan, so if I get Asia, it's quite a free play. If I also get Vietnam revolts, I may try messing up with his Asia position. And I haven't seen Deco. So Middle East to be scored. Middle East, Vietnam. He got Asia. Not very funny. So let it be this Vietnam revolts. Not helping about Asia. Sorry. Okay then, in such a case, I think I will fight for Middle East by coupping Iran with Comecon. If he takes Venezuela, then I take Brazil and Zaire with UN intervened NORAD. I think 5-year plan is no longer worth holding. And if I find it useful to hold, I can play the China card. But it wasn't a very good roll. Okay, I can't always have good rolls. That's for sure. It was good enough to prevent him from taking Iran and Venezuela in a single move. Okay, I'm not gonna take Thailand. This has been scored already. Iran is only a 1 VP change on the Middle East, so this is the most important. The second most important thing is Algeria, I think. And then Zaire. Probably not Saudi Arabia. I know it's another victory point in a region to be scored. But I don't have the firepower to take such countries now in my hand. I think he shouldn't have left Venezuela and Brazil to be taken in a single move. He also shouldn't probably have allowed me to take Algeria in a single move, although he has a jump here to take Nigeria. Or provoke me to give him a coup target, which of course I'm not gonna give him. One Nigeria is not tragic and I won't have any better ideas about where to coup anyway. Now more important things are, I think, Italy, Zaire. Yeah, I have to protect Italy against special relationship. And Panama. Or maybe Argentina. Or I have places to spend ops. I don't have ops. It's not worth overprotecting Italy. It's still vulnerable to brush war, and maybe he doesn't have special relationship. Okay, he had this one that was slightly unlucky from my side, but now I may coup Colombia, denying him convenient AR6 because he has his military operations anyway. It was a good coup result. Although now I'd rather roll fewer, because this won't provoke him to counter coup. And yes, he had this event, damn. Huh. Okay, this is an inconvenient hand. Okay, let it go with Brezhnev. Ooh! This is a very inconvenient hand. Okay, it's impossible to defend Europe. So now, 5-year plan will probably be triggered with something. Okay, let's resolve first and then coup Panama, come on. I'm gonna have trouble with victory points, being unable to discard Alliance for Progress for free. And victory points is shit getting serious now. And even Brezhnev is not very helpful. Okay, Voice of America to space, all the other cards played, 5-year plan with Panama Canal. This is not bad. But if Europe comes before Africa, Central America, or sorry, South America, or if he gets Brush War or Junta timely played, that is gonna hurt somewhat. Even Southeast Asia may hurt because he can easily boost it. Like he did now. Okay. Let's dump it for free. Attempting to dominate Africa. If he coups Saharan states, Nigeria and Tunisia is the obvious next target. Of ops placement. The fourth op going to Argentina, because of course no nuclear subs and Voice of America, so influence. Do you have Central America scoring? I really hope you don't. But I really can't do much about it if you do. Let's focus on what can be focused on. Africa and South America. Wrong order of play. On the other hand, maybe Panama Canal return shouldn't be escaped with 5-year plan, because there's no reason to do so. And I'd like to give him only one nuclear subs attempt. So what can I fight for? I can fight for access here. Nuclear subs requires some very good target to break something useful. For example, West Germany. If I enter it with a card, bleh. Do I really need Saudi Arabia? What I need is accessibility here. And yeah, let it be 1 point away from controlling. So So that nuclear subs breaks West Germany and enters Chile. Yeah, cooing. Now it all depends on who gets the scorings and when. If I get Africa and South America before he gets Central America, it's very good. If he gets Central America, Africa, South America and Kennedy, I can say goodbye. Okay, he can't have two special relationships at once. And this should be responded to in Europe, I think. Oh, he's cooing. And he rolled quite poorly. But it's a 6 instead of 11. Okay, I got Allende, so it won't be wasted. Let's view his hand against the scorings. I know he's able to see my hand headline, so if he has a scoring, it's recommended to trigger it quite soon. Now about bear trapping myself. If I space bear trap, I have to trigger both Colonial Rearguards and John Paul. John Paul is not a problem, but bear trap and Colonials are. And 5-year ouch. This is a problem as well. Okay, you don't have any. So, as you don't have any scorings, but you did have ABM and you did have Junta. I think I have no choice but to bear trap myself. Oh no, all the Holy Trinity in your hand. Oh no. This is where I start to complain about the fairness of this game. This is where I keep complaining about it, because I didn't get an extra roll for South Africa. A crucial extra roll. Okay, now my only hope is to get rid on the first attempt. I don't have mill-ups. I have quite a poor hand. Quagmire is spaced by him. He has 10 victory points. I don't like it in general. At least that. But it's gonna cost me the whole South America. It's all because he had all the 3 cards of the Mid-War Holy Trinity and a rich hand. Okay. I have to count on recooing Venezuela. Yeah. What the hell about this space race? Okay, in this case, I don't really need this event. I needed this roll, however. Maybe. But what the hell can I do with South America? It's so pathetic. Okay, I got colonials and got rid of them, but still. Okay, and this is something I really like. American influence in Cuba. Increasing the number of DEFCON suicide cards on American side. But now I have to defend against the scorings. No really good targets for this. I think that's the best call, I guess. One thing I can't complain about are the coup rolls. I really had decent. But this is not enough. The timeliness of crucial things went strongly in his favor so far. And this is strongly in his favor as well. Okay, I got this is here. I got Africa. And I have to play Liberation Theology against Central America or... Now he's seeing my headline. Okay, Central America is killing. Europe is not, because I have 5-year plan. Unless I'm perched, in which I'm just deadly lost because I can't get rid of grain sales. Okay, defected. Very good, I didn't play this one. Let's then go all in and risk missile envy. The good thing is he can't respond by scoring Central America to missile envy. The bad thing is he can change Africa from 11 to 6, but I have to take risk. I feel it. Cuban Missile Crisis. Okay. So, only influence. Scoring it is. If he gets rid of Cuban Missile Crisis... Oh, and he doesn't have Central America scoring. So if he gets rid of Cuban Missile Crisis, I can trigger Europe scoring and save 5-year plan in my hand. Otherwise, I can just play socialist governments. Oh, he had this! And didn't trigger it immediately. Oh, that's something unexpected. Okay. Get lost, Truman. Southeast Asia is the only remaining scoring now, except the Europe I have in my hand. But it's very good that I disabled him from triggering Central America scoring when it would win him the game. I'm still alive, blah 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 blah. This scoring we didn't have for a long time. Okay, let's coup again. Just to gain another mill up, which you can't have. Not this time, my friend. I don't have arms race, although I'd be happy to have it. Now please come back, Africa, on the upon the reshuffle. I'm regaining the China card. Or not. Because who knows where Nixon is. I also don't know where OPEC is. But I know where Nixon was. Okay, no Kennedy, no gunman, no Cultural Revolution. I have Kennedy, I don't have gunman. I have We Will Bury You, keeping gunman in his hands. I will trigger, we will bury you or not. I will trigger, we will bury you. Keeping gunman in his hands and unplayable. So far. And I will purge him immediately, because if he spaces successfully, he's gonna be able to just discard long gunman. And he has things to space, for example, Cultural Revolution. He also has Sadat. I think I'll risk the Cambridge 5 for ops. Sorry, for an event, just to read his hand. Grain sails to space. Ask not to hold. Probably sold for ops in this case, because I don't want to increase DEFCON if I don't need to. Unless he drew Quagmire and is gonna play it on himself, in which case salt negotiations, of course, may be played. And grab something, hoping for him not getting rid of long gunman. Just like this. I think the game is lost anyway. I know he has long gunman and he can have trouble managing the China card. But he's seeing my headline and he's one step away from being able to discard cards. And my best hope is DEFCON, so actually my best hope is now Cuba. But if he draws Fiddle, he may escape from Ortega. Okay. Puppets. Where puppets? Here puppets, there puppets. Okay. Playing event. And if you drew an intervention, I'll be really annoyed. Maybe I should remember he did it. When was it? Oh no, I was playing you an intervention here with NORAD. Yep, I got Milops and I won the war. And you're cooing. And it starts looking not that bad. Okay, show me what you have there. Nothing. Okay. Of course, what you have is Sadat. Oh yeah, I should have cooed here to make use of arms race. Oh, well. Okay, first things first, let's space it. I'm not into space race this game. So salt probably for a coup, but I don't really have very good targets so far. Yeah, this Cambridge 5 was a mistake. Oh! And this was unexpected. With this long gunman. Okay, you play the China card, you then play Cultural Revolution, but you're left with long gunman itself. I'm not going to let you realign here in such a juicy way. It wouldn't be wise to use a 1 here, so anyway, salt was quite good. I know you're keeping China to use it. One thing he could do would be to space the China card and funnily enough, I think I'm gonna lead in victory points at the beginning of late war. So maybe even reformer is in my favor. Cultural Revolution, long gunman, if I recall it well. So the China card goes now. Then I play OAS, repairing its damage. Okay. I think by repairing its damage I mean taking Argentina, because I guess he's putting one here and one here. Or maybe he puts both in Argentina. Yeah. And now I'm gaining just one more op for Cultural Revolution. Sorry, one more victory point. And please let me lower DEFCON in headline. Phew. You're not letting me lower DEFCON in headline, damn it. Okay, so let's trigger the scoring, because he may be afraid that if he allows me lowering DEFCON, I'll be able to escape for War Games draw. Of course, if he doesn't, I'm gonna coup and then terrorize him, hoping to not draw long gunman. Because, well, I have tragic rest of the hand. I also hope he doesn't have all the chimes, of course. Or that I draw it with terrorism, if he has it. Because if Long Gunman is played, I can coup Egypt. And if it goes well, right after scoring, I'm winning with war games. And this is what may concern him. If he defects it, I can blackmail him with this war game, with this Long Gunman. Defcon is my best bet, so tear down this wall is of course going to be spaced, but I'm gonna bite the bullet and accept colonial regards, Chernobyl, and even the Voice of America on myself, and hope that he doesn't have an escape. And he may have multiple escapes. Like, for example, Star Wars and nuclear test ban, or UN intervention, or Aldrich Ames, or even Quagmire. But he also may have Ortega. What I may have is a hope. For example, I should hope he doesn't have war games, because otherwise he's not scared that I do have it. Actually, tear down this wall is somewhat playable on myself here. So maybe I'm able to hold Kennedy and the China card and avoid triggering the Voice of America by spacing it. With tear down this wall, I may just repair Argentina and put one somewhere, say in Nigeria. I feel the tense is growing. Shuttle diplomacy. Ha! Okay, that was kinda sorta funny. So, let's allow him doing this. So I think he doesn't have war games, because it would be the most logical follow-up of having war games would be to play long gunman. Unless he has cards which make long gunman safe. I have to play terrorism ASAP, but not before DEFCON drops to 2. Okay, cooing Italy wasn't the best idea in my opinion, although it prevents it from being taken, because Splash War is no longer active and Reformer is never strong enough. Let it be Zaire. I think I'd rather coup Germany. East Germany. Ooh. Sniff sniff. What did he roll? 5. Okay. A good draw. But is it good enough? Now, for the rest of my hand, I obviously should play as if the game continues after this turn, so basically the best I can. Which means that I'm not giving him Kennedy. Here you are, my friend, but it was a good call as well. And where is it? Europe. Okay. Or not okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13. 20 ops in total, but John Paul may be helpful for him. Okay, let's threaten other regions in the meantime. He can't have 20 ops in 4 cards to control Europe. John Paul works for 3 of them, sorry, for 6 of them. Solidarity works for other. Technically he may control Europe, but not if he doesn't have time to control and score Europe. Yeah, Missile Envy was something I should have remembered, but I forgot when I was calculating his options. Decall. So 1, 2, 3. And what? This may need repairing after colonial guards. So let's grab military operations. Oh, and 2 victory points, by the way. Iranian hostage crisis doesn't help much, but frankly speaking, I wouldn't like to have boosted terrorism now, because it only increased chance to draw long gunman. Solidarity for a coup. Solidarity for a successful coup. So, is Aldrich Ames waiting? Oh, ho, ho. Okay, okay, I see you care. He may now easily take enough from Africa. Event and realigns. So what I have to remember is to drop DEFCON and avoid playing John Kennedy. And if I remember well where Long Gunman is, this ensures me victory. If I don't deserve winning the game anyway. And I did. Thank you for watching, see you next time. That's funny.